Welcome, my friend and fellow scribe, to the Writer's Mindscape. I'm Tim Green. I write in the pen name Tim Argh, and today is January 31st, the end of the year. More importantly, the end of 2020. Well, that is until midnight hits and the clock refuses to hit midnight. And we just realized we've hit the end of time and will be proverbially stuck in 2020 for all of eternity. So that means it's time to go over my goals for 2020. Hey, actually ripped in half that good. Good. No, I'm not going over my goals for 2020. That will be a separate video. That video is coming, and my goals for 2021. But not in this video. The reason that is because there's something more important that I want to talk about. Something that I've just kind of realized is the past week that I need to talk about. And so we'll have to put off my goals for 2020 review. And also because I failed all of the goals. I mean, across the board, all of them. I mean, all of them. Instead, I want to talk about 2020. Yes, I know what you're thinking. It sucked. True, but not that. This won't take long. It's not like it took 15 years to end. How to summarize 2020. It sucked. Well, that was easy. That's not my point. My point. I've learned so much in 2020. When it comes to 2020, I feel like there's so many people, myself included, so many people just are so done with 2020. So much hope and need for 2021 to be better, that we're done. We want to move on and forget everything that 2020 was. And that's the problem. I feel like people just want to forget. However, I think forgetting is the problem. No, that's not the word. Damn it. What is it? Dealing with things. People don't want to deal with situations, specific bad situations. So they're left with only one option: to forget, which then leads us to fall for the same old shit over and over and over again. It goes to that old saying: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If you forget, you can't learn anything. When you forget and just move, you're never gonna grow. And I think we need to change that. I've learned so much about myself that it's really opened my eyes to things. I think 2020 was bad enough. Nobody wants to repeat. Hopefully. Today's video is gonna be about me talking about the 3 things that I learned more about myself and about my writing. Those 3 things are: number 1, out and about. Number 2, and number 3, 1, 2. What the hell? You like those nicknames? No? I thought you would. I know they're unclear, but that's the point. So let's not waste any more time and dive into the top 3 things I learned about myself and my writing in 2020. As always, we're counting down from number 3 to number 1. Number 3. I don't want to. Or fear of really fucking up. So what is Truthsayer? Truthsayer is the current work in progress for myself. I'm developing it very slowly because I'm afraid to mess it up. Background on Truthsayer. I'm going to do this really quick because I thought I'd put a video out. I'm not so sure. I think that Time with Tim actually did get released. I have no clue. Backstory. Okay. So I was driving to my buddy Adam Daly's. You know, my buddy who was the co-host of the Writer's Mindscape podcast that we did over on Authortube Gaming. I'm listening to the Codex Alera Book 1. The name slips my mind actually. But I was listening to it, and it's very early in the book. And there's a part where a truth finder is being named to find out if some crime happened between 2 families. It doesn't matter what happens in the book after that. I just remember hearing Truth Finder, and I was like, that's interesting. I just remember it caught my attention. But I was like, but wait, what if this title was called A Truth Sayer, and they could just tell the truth, like they just knew the truth. And that got my mind rolling and ideas spawning. And next thing I know, I'm like, maybe I should turn off the audiobook, turn on the recorder because I'm driving, and just start spilling these ideas out so I have a record of them. I chose against that. Nope. You know what? If these good ideas are good, I'll remember them, because I've had ideas like this detailed before, and then hours later, they didn't stick around. So I figured if I get home, I remember them, I'll write them down. I got home, I remembered them, did not write them down. I didn't write them down for almost an entire week. And then over a course of 2 or 3 weeks, I actually had bullet ideas for an entire novel. It started out as more of a short story, more like it could probably be like a novella that grew to a full novel. I'm enjoying what's going on. The theme for the first time is right in the forefront, which is weird to me because usually I discover the themes as I'm writing. I am worried I'm gonna mess it up. So you may ask why? Why am I going to mess this up? You gotta look at my 2 biggest projects I've worked on. Well, technically 3, but Marks of Illyria and the Veil trilogy. The 2 projects I spent the most time with that I've actually completed first drafts of the novels. I would finish it and I would read through it. I like it, but there's something missing. So I would try to fix it. And in the attempt to fix it, and because I'm trying to rush through this because I'm desperate to get a book out as fast as I possibly can because I want to be a published author. I want a book out that I fuck it up. That's what I'm afraid of with Truth Sayer. I'm really enjoying the idea of where this can go and how it's going to tie into my bigger plans. But I'm worried I'm going to mess it up. I did an entire time with Tim on this thing. My feelings of this around September when this was all happening. But I kind of mentioned it. Actually, now, yeah, it never got published. I never published that video. And it was very emotional. Not emotional. Therapeutic to get that out. But it also kind of backfired when I couldn't get the video out for people to see. So I kind of negative there. But I don't want to mess this up. I have so many different projects that I want to write, but they're in such a disarray. Having one more thing, I think would just break me at this point. To the point where I'm never going to get a story or book published. I can't go there. I have to do this right. So what did I learn? Well, the takeaway from this all is this. I know I've messed up in the past. I know the reason why I've messed up in the past. That rush to get a book published was the reason why I've been starting to write before my story was ready. But I know that now, and I can trust myself. I have to trust myself that I will take that with me and I won't rush this. Number 2. What do I want? I don't know what I'm doing. I know that sounds weird to actually say that on this channel. I don't know what I'm doing. It sounds like, why should you even watch me if I don't know what I'm doing? I'm not necessarily talking about writing. I've written multiple things like this. My novels printed out with notes and some of them, other ones not. What I mean by I don't know what I'm doing is I don't know what I'm doing with my planning. I don't know what I want. And this all pertains to my projects I'm writing, but more specifically, overall Authortube. Quick recap on Authortube, and I'm going to keep this very quick. Authortube is the title currently for all my story work. It's how they all interplay in a grand scheme, a bigger story, similar to Brandon Sander's Cosmere, but his is in a tiny little dwarf galaxy. Mine takes place over a multiverse. Yeah, that was smart. You gotta go where the story is taking you. Only the story is taking me everywhere, to the point where I can't make up my mind. Hold on, I think I have it up here. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. This will do. It's not this one. I have another one just like this that has so much ideas. All my ideas from 2016 to not currently, but there's a few ideas I think thrown in there, or up to 2018, 2019, beginning 2019. There's some good stuff in there. Problem with that stuff that was in that one is I couldn't see the ending. I had a different version of this called the Narthex. For a long time was the name of the series. And I had ideas for it. Again, couldn't see the ending. I say I need to know how my shit ends before I can do anything else. Even the key thing on the series, on this channel, of my developmental process, that I need to know the ending before I can do really anything else. You know, that series that's completely out of date now, I've tried to develop an entire mythos around and for all of my different worlds and stories without being able to see the end. The takeaway for this and what I've learned is I gotta figure out what I want to say before I can do anything. Like Truth Sayer, the theme is right in front of me. The idea came along, the theme came right out of the idea. What is truth? But I know the theme, I know what I want to talk about, what I want the comparisons. I don't know that for my overarching series. I have some ideas in a sense, but I know what I need to do. I need to know what I need to figure out what I want to say and stop changing my mind on that, which I don't think will be an issue now. I've found a better grounding for where I stand on things. Number one, out and about. Boy, I miss cafes. The number one thing that I learned in 2020 is I need a cafe. Okay, I know of the two other things I've talked about on this video so far, this seems like underwhelming. And I kind of agree with you, but by the end of this, I think you'll get to understand why this is number one. I do a lot of my developmental work for projects, not at my computer here. My computer's with me, but just not in my office, bedroom, home. I go somewhere else to do this. One of my favorite things to do is go to a cafe. Done. I'm happy. It's where I do a lot of my work. I come up with a lot of great ideas. Maybe the sugar helps, and it has, but it's just a different atmosphere. I'm getting away from a place where I do work or watch videos, and I just clear my mind. I come up with very unique and interesting solutions, which I then try to tie into other things which led into the fucking things up. But when it comes to Truth Finder, one of the reasons why I think I'm also really afraid to fuck it up is I don't have that space right now. With COVID going on, you can't go to a cafe. That's gone. So I have to do my creative stuff home. And I have tried moving different locations in spots to do that. And it sometimes helps. I've gone downstairs. Sometimes that helps. Not really. But before I even got to Truth Sayer, I was working on a different project. This project. I can't remember which one this is. Oh, that's right. It was Untouchable and I can't remember the other one. Whatever. But I was working on that. And I was trying to do it downstairs. I was trying to do it in my apartment before I moved back to New Hampshire. It wasn't going as well. Being where I'm always am doesn't work. When I need ideas to flesh things out, it's better to be somewhere else. And going to a cafe, or not even a cafe, somewhere else that's not mine is so helpful. My biggest breakthrough for Truth Sayer was during Thanksgiving weekend when my brother and his family were down in Florida and I had to go over to his house to take care of his dog. I would just bring stuff over and work on it. There was one night I just wrote down ideas and there was some actually good stuff there. And I was like, that's cool. Being somewhere that's not mine is very helpful. And I didn't realize how integral to my process of thinking that was. So was taking walks and all that stuff. That all built on having that space where I could go that wasn't mine first, because that really got the juices going. And knowing that means it's gonna be a while before I'll be able to get that back. Even with the vaccine on its way, it's gonna be months before the masses have it. And then you have the whole anti-vaxxers who are idiots versus the conspiracy nuts who think it's a way to get chipped by the government. It could still cause problems where it could still be almost another year before I can return to that step. So the takeaway for this one is knowing the importance of that going somewhere. But I have to break it in a sense. I'm never going to change it. I'm going to always go to a cafe or somewhere else to work on stuff. But I have to get to the point where I can work on my ideas when I don't have that option. Whether because it's a pandemic going on, or finances going on, or whatever is going on. I have to find that. I have to make it so I can work where I normally am a lot. There you have it. You have the top 3 things I've learned in 2020. God, 2020 sucked. Let me know down in the comment section a lesson or multiple lessons or things that you learned about yourself or your writing in 2020, because since you made it to the end of this video, and we're at the end of the video, please give this video a thumbs up. It's a great way to help support the channel. You made it to the end, so why not give it a thumbs up? It helps support us. If you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. How about you share it on your social media? Another great way to help support the Writer's Mindscape. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Nice! Ring that bell. Awesome! You're awesome. And make sure you turn on all notifications so you know when all the content for the Writer's Mindscape go live. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. I hope 2021 is so much better for you. And I'll chat with you in my next video. Bye!